information station. As always, I'm Destin. This is Martin. Today we're talking. This is game topic. This is the second episode in our series called "What's Brewing." Basically, what's brewing in the media industry, what's brewing in the gaming industry, the movies, TV, etc. Today is going to be games. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to let you start this off since this is your expertise.
Oh yes.
So go ahead.
Alright, well, so we got several topics on the game news today. A few of them are, with Nintendo. They have now announced that they're going to do a Mario Kart tour on mobile.
Okay.
But they said they're very vague on the release. And it said fiscal year, which starts from April 2018 to March 2019.
You're talking about Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario
mobile.
Kart. Yes.
Yeah.
On your phone, on Mario Kart mobile app, because Nintendo's getting really big on their mobile stuff now. You got, Super Mario Run, Pokemon Go. They had some Miatomo or something that is ending in March 9th.
Okay.
Ending on March 9th. They've done away with that. That was their first one. Then they got Animal Crossing, Pocket Camp, a Fire Emblem game.
Is this going to be on iOS?
Yes, iOS and Android.
Okay.
But the
good.
way they did Mario Run was it was released
iOS.
first on iOS and then later on Android.
Oh, I never knew it got released on Android. I thought it was just exclusively
later,
to iOS.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was later. It went to Android.
Okay.
But originally it was first iOS. They haven't released any details. Just said, hey, we're coming out with a Mario Kart game on mobile. That should be pretty cool, pretty fun, especially if you've got the controls to kind of turn your phone like this. That could be pretty neat.
It'd be pretty cool if you could hold your phone and kind of steer with it, like
this,
maybe a feature or something.
But their mobile games are kind of hit or miss. I'm not a huge person on mobile games. The few mobile games I do own are ports of old PlayStation 1 games and Xbox games. Like I own full-fledged games on my phone. I don't these little puzzle games and all that. I don't get into that. But that was some noteworthy thing with Nintendo. Also, the SNES Classic has now sold 4 million copies, or 4 million units sold.
Wow.
So that's kind of, that's
My
pretty
wife
big number.
wants one.
Yeah. I mean, it's got the good, Zelda and Final Fantasies and stuff, like games that I missed out on because I was a Sega kid. I had Sonic and all that was Sega, so I missed out on the SNES. So this would be good for me to catch up on those games that I missed out on.
Yeah. What all games is on there? Because is there?
I mean, they got Star Fox, and then they got the never released Star Fox 2, which has now been released on there, which from reviews said is terrible, but it's still.
Now we know why it was never released.
Yeah, they still say some of them games were a product of their time.
Yeah.
You go, where we're at nowadays with the controls, graphics, etc. that we're used to, and you go back to those games to try to play, they don't hold up.
Yeah.
But with pixel art games and certain other games, like with Zelda, Link to the Past, you got, Final Fantasy VI, those kind of games kind of hold up because they have that sprite art style. They have the pixel art style. They still hold up, but other games, not so much.
I could be wrong about this, but I've noticed that more people are interested in retro games and stuff like that aren't hardcore gamers as of today. Like
Look
us,
at a lot of the indie games. I mean, they're going back to that retro pixel art style.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the end thing now is to do the pixel art.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can see that. I can see that. I guess I'm going to talk about this real quick and just get out the way. Red Dead Redemption 2 has been delayed until October 26th. It got dropped. It was supposed to come out in the fall of last year of 2017. Then they said spring of 2018.
Yeah, which could have been anything from February to May.
Yeah.
And now they've delayed it again, which
till fall.
Kind of hurts. I was really looking forward to that game in this first half of this year.
Yeah. So I was really looking forward to it too. I was hoping that we would get it before my birthday, which is April 20th.
Yeah, I would rather it be a delay and come out great than release early and have a bunch of bugs. I mean,
it's going to be great.
People are going to be mad for a little bit with a delay, but they're never going to let go of a game that releases crappy and buggy.
And Rockstar, they're great at everything. They
fix it, get it good, polish it up. I will take it whenever you give it.
This just better have some online play as far as like heist.
Oh yeah,
like Grand Theft Auto 5 had with heist, but do it in the Wild West with like trains.
I cannot wait to chase down a train or to freaking rob a carriage or to go rob an old school bank and have to run away on horses from the law, from the marshals. Yeah. I mean that. I cannot wait for that. That is, I mean, I want to be able to ride up on a horse next to a train and just jump on.
In the first Red Dead Redemption, or no, it was actually the second, because the first, what was the very first Red Dead Redemption? Because Red Dead Redemption was actually
as well as Red Dead Revolver.
Red Dead Revolver. Okay, I never really played that.
Yeah, and then Rockstar took over the property after Red Dead Revolver and came out with Red Dead Redemption.
Right.
And they did have that online multiplayer component, which was fun. It was the precursor to GTA Online.
Okay. But Marsden, James Marsden, where he was basically the protagonist.
Spoiler alert! Yeah, spoiler alert. On the first one, he got shot by the law at the end.
Big spoiler.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm pretty sure all y'all have already played Red Dead Redemption.
If you're interested in this.
But after that happened, you took over his son, which was not near as good of a protagonist as James Marsden.
No.
I'm happy
there were several times I was like, this game needs to end now. Yep. This would be a perfect moment for it to end.
I'm happy that they're going back in the past.
But you're playing as an antagonist in this one. It looks like you're playing as a bad guy.
Yep.
Kind of like Grand Theft Auto 5 when you're playing as the bad guys.
Yep. And that makes for more fun.
Yep.
I mean,
train,
like we just said, train heist.
Is it going to play into the first game? Who knows? I mean, have you ever seen a Grand Theft Auto game ever play into another Grand Theft Auto? They're standalone.
Yep. They do have Easter eggs with certain characters, NPCs that migrate from one to the other.
Yeah.
That if you pay attention, there was one like in Grand Theft Auto 4 that shows up in 5 or something like that. They do have little Easter eggs, but they are standalone titles. You never play as the same character.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, regardless, I mean, who's not going to play this game? I don't give a shit.
I would love for Rockstar to be able to let us make our own character. That, I mean, besides GTA Online and stuff, like in the main story, you can be X person, but at least let me make him to look like I want him to look.
I don't think in the campaign, in the main story, I think you're going to play.
I think that would be awesome.
I mean, it might be. It would be awesome to be in the Wild West and do all that kind of stuff.
It would put you more invested in the character if you had some kind of, but.
If they do anything like that, it's going to be like Grand Theft Auto 5
But I mean, you still change
online.
their clothes and all that kind of stuff on Grand Theft Auto and in Red Dead. You could unlock new clothes and change it.
Yep.
So.
Horses, different horses.
Also, in the mobile aspect, they have announced they are bringing out a Tekken mobile fighting game. It is releasing worldwide. It's a soft release, so it's released in each region at a different time. But for us in the U.S., it is March 1st. Don't know much about this. Just read the news on it the other day. I do like Tekken games. Tekken Tag Tournament was one of my favorites. I do love Tekken, but not sure how it's going to work on mobile.
I always remember my first job was CC's Pizza, right? And this is totally off topic a little bit. Well, it's about Tekken. My first job was during break, at CC's Pizza, during like lunch or whatever, I'd take a lunch break. They had a little arcade, and I would go in there and I'd play it. Man, my boss would come there and whoop my ass in Tekken. I'd be sitting there and he'd just come in there and just beat my ass. Who was the boxer in Tekken?
Was it Steve Fox?
Yes, somebody. I don't know, but I was like,
because he wasn't an original. He got released, and one of the last ones made for PS2.
Yeah.
So I remember I tried to play as him, and I broke my case to my game because I kept getting whooped.
Yeah.
And I rage. That was one of my first rage quits on the game. But they've seen a little bit of a decline in their popularity as far as fighting games go.
Yeah. I mean,
Injustice 2 to me tops the list of fighting games, and then now you got Dragon Ball Fighters.
or my all-time, I mean, like, I love all those games because of the source material, but I know you're not as big a fan of it, but I like UFC.
Yeah.
I like the UFC fighting games just because they're strategic.
And that just came out, dropping this week.
I just got UFC 3. I would say it's better than the previous 2 reboots of the game since Xbox One consoles came out or the PlayStation 4. It's very challenging. I would say it's very challenging. It's a game you got to take.
Kind of a steep learning curve on the controls.
It takes patience because it's different than UFC 2. It's different than UFC 1, but it's very fun. When you whoop someone's ass, when you knock someone out, you really feel like you knocked someone out. I mean, and it seems a little less buggy than UFC 2 was. I saw some bugs in UFC 2 that was kind of like you would hit someone, they would hit the mat, and then they flop back up or something, like weird stuff like that. I haven't seen nothing like that in UFC 3. Graphics are great. Graphics are amazing. There's actually there's one mode called the knockout mode, and it's narrated by Snoop Dogg. So you get like I think it's 8 hits. So like you either hit me 8 times or I hit you 8 times. But once those 8 times are up, every time you hit me or I hit you, Snoop Dogg says something like, "Oh, you got knocked the hell out," or just saying some crazy stuff. And then like by the time the 8th hit, then you get really knocked out. That's who wins. It's just a little fun mode. Snoop Dogg narrated, like I said. It's kind of like similar to what he did with, I think it was Call of Duty Ghost. Yeah. And he did that. He narrated it where if you're shooting people and stuff like that, like he would say Snoop Dogg type shit. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. But yeah, UFC 3 came out this week. If you got the Championship Edition, you could get it 3 days early. You get it on Tuesday. But today it's officially out. It's Friday. Today is the actual launch date. So if you want to get it, get UFC 3 if that's your jam.
All right, back to some Nintendo news. We got one of the creators behind the Wii, 64, and GameCube getting the Lifetime Achievement Award at DICE this year, 21st DICE Awards. He's been working for Nintendo for 45 years. Like I said, he helped develop the 64, GameCube, and the Wii, and he also was the man behind Punch-Out and Star Tropics. So that's a good thing that he's getting appreciated for all his work that he has given to Nintendo over the past 45 years. I don't even want to try to attempt to pronounce this man's name. It's Jinyo Takeda. That's the best I can do. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it's still awesome that, the man behind 3 systems in several games is getting this Lifetime Achievement Award. I mean, the Wii was one of the best-selling consoles of all time just because of it appealed to everybody. It appealed to everybody. You could have grannies in there playing bowling that never would have played a video game. Yeah. Now, for us true gamers, that necessarily might have been a bad thing, but hey, it brought gaming to popular culture.
Yeah, and it was a fun party games. Yes, party games were great.
They were playing. I remember I stayed up till 6 a.m. playing tennis and bowling, getting drunk. Right. And sitting there sweating my butt off. We never do that. Whack, whack, just playing tennis with friends, getting hammered, but. With beer. It made games mainstream to what it is now. Without that Wii U, it still could have been porn industry. Yeah, well, it could have been a more niche industry without the Wii U to help push this to the main front. And then we also got in Xbox news, Game Pass. They have now announced that they're going to make every Xbox exclusive made by Microsoft Studios day and date on Game Pass. So if you don't want to spend the $60 to buy the game when it comes out, you can pay that $10 a month for Game Pass and get it the day it comes out.
This is where it's at, people.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to be Sea of Thieves beta just happened this past weekend. You can get that day and date just by paying the $10 on Game Pass. If you don't want to spend the $60, just try it out. And me and him both got a chance to try out that beta. I've been in the alpha program for a while, which is on an NDA, so I could not talk about it.
You basically get your money's worth because you're paying $10 a month, and if you got, say, Sea of Thieves out, and you got
State of Decay 2 and Crackdown 3.
Those 3 games, that's going to be
this year.
$60 a piece, and you're paying $10 a month.
That's $120
plus all the other games you get, and they're going to constantly. This is just the beginning.
Today they just added Halo Wars 2.
Okay, see, they're constantly adding stuff.
I paid $60 for it. It's now on Game Pass.
Yeah. So I mean, like for somebody that's a newcomer to Xbox, or that's I would even say like a younger game player. $10 a month.
No, it's a great money
instead
value.
of going out and buying a $60 game or a game that's pre-owned for $30.
You could pay $10 a month,
and you got access to all this.
Yeah, a bunch of games that have come out since before launch, and you get backwards compatible games. I mean, you get a bunch of games to where as long as you buy that system, and most of them now come with a 14-day trial, so you can try it out. So you don't even have to buy a game. You just pay for the service and you get games.
Cancel it on day 13.
Yes, yes.
If you don't like it.
If you don't like it.
But yeah, honestly, like Game Pass is where it's at. I think this is going to be a game changer. A lot of retailers are upset about it. Like GameStop, Target.
Yeah, it's going to cut a lot of their sales because, I mean, people that want Xbox games or even PC games that are Xbox, Game Pass has it. Yeah. So why would you go in their store to get Sea of Thieves or Crackdown 2 or Crackdown 3 or State of Decay 2 if you can get it on this Game Pass?
Right.
Like, it's going to cut their sales.
I mean, like, digital games are taking over anyways with the game industry. That's all
I buy.
Less people, yeah, me too. I mean, we game share together, and between the both of us, like, if I decide to buy a game, he's not going to buy it because I already bought it. So we just kind of game share, and we save some money that way.
Well, with digital,
though we don't even like some of the same games, we still benefit from the whole.
But with digital, you never make that mistake of trading it in and regretting it later.
There's been several times that I have like bought a game, $60, DLC, season pass, etc. And I've been like, okay, well, I'm tired of playing this. It's taken so long for the season pass to come out. The DLC, maybe a year, maybe over a year. And I decided to trade the game in because a new game's coming out. There's always a new game coming out. And then I regret that I traded it in.
2 months later, you won't play it again.
The DLC comes out or something.
So you gotta go buy it again.
You go re-buy the game for $30 or $20 or $25, whatever they're selling it for, and it's
you end up buying the game 2-3 times to play the content.
Right, and if you buy it digitally, you always own it. And that's the thing. Games move forward with Microsoft and Xbox. So anything you buy, the next console that comes out, everything's going to move forward. Now, everything is going to become more backwards compatible, right?
So on that Games Pass subject and the Sea of Thieves, what did you think about the beta?
I actually enjoyed it a lot. At first, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was very cartoony, and I'm not the biggest fan of cartoony type games like Fortnite or something like that. I do enjoy Fortnite. Sea of Thieves, I thought it was really fun. I had a lot of fun with it. The first time I played it by myself. There's like 3 different things you could pick, like the bigger ship, the medium ship, or a single ship.
Yep, and it just depends on how many players you're going to be playing with.
Right. It's a game that you want to play with people.
Yes.
If you play by yourself, you're gonna get bored quick. If you're the kind of player that wants to play by themselves and discover stuff, you're probably gonna get burned out real quick.
But they did say it's supposed to have some kind of gameplay or a campaign mode into the game.
Oh, really?
That's what they have said. There's going to be some kind of campaign.
Okay.
To the game that they did not. They said that this beta was made just for the beta. Like they purposely left out a lot of stuff in the game.
Well, good.
In this beta.
Good, because I was like, am I experiencing everything right now?
Because like if all it is treasure hunts and stuff like that, that can get kind of old. We want some kind of narrative, some kind of story. Why are we pirates, or what are we doing? Like just something to invest us in the world. But it is a great world to be in. It is fun. It is a joy to play, to go hunt down them treasure chests, to worry about other player ships coming to attack you to steal your stuff, or you're on the other ship and you're attacking someone else's to steal their stuff.
You do have to figure out what kind of game player you are. Are you a more single player guy that likes to just play out a story like Grand Theft Auto or something like that? Or are you a more online game based to where you want to work together in this open world.
And Rare has also came out and said that they are not doing a PvE or PvP style.
They're not?
No, they're not going to separate it. So they want that tense action of wondering if another player or another group ship is going to come up and attack you. So they said at this point they are not going to make a PvE mode where you aren't going to worry about other players' ships attacking you. That they said that's part of the game. So they do not want that to be subtracted from it, so they're not going to do it.
Well, I know the second time that I started playing this game, I enjoyed it more than the first. The first I played by myself. I said, well, it's just me. I don't have any friends online right now. I'm going to play as a single ship. I did a couple islands, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's fun. It's cool. I can see where they're going with this. Second time, I decided to play on like the bigger ship with a crew of like 4 or 5, and randomly it picked me with some people, and I wasn't in their game chat at all. Apparently they knew what they were doing because I did not, and I was on their ship, and you have to drop the anchor. Well, you gotta pull the anchor up.
It takes a multi-man squad to run the ship because you have to have someone to steer, someone to look at the map and tell you if you're going the right direction, and at least 1 or 2 people to man the sails because you gotta lower the sails and then you gotta turn them into the wind so you're getting the maximum amount of speed. And there's 3 different sets of sails. Not to mention, like you said, you have to raise and lower the anchor.
Yep.
With the more people raising the anchor, the quicker it goes.
Right.
So there's different aspects. You cannot have a one-man ship.
Yeah. It's very fun to play with a crew. So if you're going to play this game and you like to play with other players online or with your buddies and your friends,
and to go hunting for treasure,
and hunting for treasure and taking over other pirate ships and stealing their treasure and sunking their pirate ship. This is the game.
Yep, you want to be Captain Jack Sparrow, this is the game to do it in.
And this is a perfect game.
Amazing.
Like, I was getting drunk as hell playing this game.
Oh, yes.
Perfect game to drink some rum or drink some beer
it's a
and
very
play.
social game.
Because like, basically, whenever I started playing this game the second time, I enjoyed it more and I couldn't put it down at first. I had to force myself, basically because I had to go to work. So, basically, I was putting it in this chat with, I wasn't even in the chat. I was just in the game with them. And we set sail. We're on the ship. I'm helping them out. I was like, oh, they actually know what they're doing. I'm following their lead. We get to this island, and I think it's like Snake Island or something like that. I get off to start exploring, and I come back around the island where the ship was, and they done left me. They left me on the island. So they set sailed, and I'm like, what the hell? Like they don't want to play with me or something? Like, what did I do? So basically, I heard that if you die, you can get resummoned on the...
also, if they leave without you, there'll end up being a mermaid that shows up
the mermaid.
Water. If you go talk to her,
yeah,
she'll teleport you back to your ship.
Okay, well,
without dying. So you didn't have to get eaten by a shark.
Yeah,
you
I just swam out.
Talk to the creepy mermaid later, and she would have transported you.
I should have done that, but I didn't see
then you would have missed out on the ghost ship.
Yeah,
that's
I saw the ghost ship.
Cool ghost ship.
It's like a little purgatory thing, and wait until you to reload into the game. But basically, I swam out to the ocean. I got ate by some sharks. I was in purgatory. I was in like this little ghost ship thing. Once I got done with that, I loaded back into the ship with all the people I was playing with. At this time, we were at another island when I got back on the ship, and all the players were on the island, and I was kind of irritated because they left me on the past island. So I said, "Oh, payback, sons of bitches! I pull up the anchor." And I start setting sail, and I see them all running towards the ship off the island. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? They start jumping on the ship, and then they all like boat me. And I didn't even know you could do this, but you can boat a player if they start like betraying you or something. You can boat them into being like in this like cage in the bottom of the ship.
In jail.
Yeah, you're basically in jail. You're basically in jail, and you're stuck for a long period of time, for a certain period of time. I wouldn't say long. And they start. I'm in this jail cell. I can't do anything. I can just like kind of like run in circles in this little cage, and they're all running around the cage, like saying stuff or whatever. And they start drinking like beer, like over and over and over until they get sick, and then they start throwing up on me through the cage, and you see throw up go all over my screen of my TV, and I'm just like, oh man, that's messed up, man. They're like giving me a hard time. Finally, they sent me a request to be in their chat. I got in their chat, and they were like, man, why'd you do that, man? Why are you trying to take off with our shit? And I was like, y'all left me on that island back there. I was just returning the favor. And they were like, and then we started working together. Then we started like realizing how to do like use the cannons to take down other pirate ships and steal their shit. It was so much fun, and I did not want to put it down. And honestly, I cannot wait.
Repair the ship. And,
I mean, if there's leaks in the bottom of the ship, you're going to see your ship like fill up with water. You got to go out there, either someone bucketing it out, and the other using a bucket to get the water out.
And you got to swim down in that water with some planks to fix that stuff.
Yeah, you got to have enough planks to like nail them. So
you lose all your treasure.
Yep.
And I mean, it is a blast to play. It is a great multiplayer experience. I mean, when you are playing with a good group of people, there are treasure hunts you can go on where you get maps or you get riddles, and you've got to find this stuff. It's different chapters, and they said that's just a taste of what the kind of campaign is.
Yeah.
So there's so much more of that waiting to come out March 20th.
I'm very excited to see what else they bring to this game, because I want to see some leveling up system with the ship. I want to see some leveling up with the character. I don't really need too much of a story. I get it. You know, it just let me loose as a pirate, and I'll go be a pirate.
I want a little bit of a structure with like a campaign missions and treasure hunts.
Maybe some objectives.
Some kind of missions to do.
Yeah.
If you just let me loose in the world like a Minecraft situation, I'm gonna get bored.
It needs a leveling up thing to where you can unlock
some kind of structure.
You can unlock like clothing.
I have heard that you can go to the different outposts where you go to take your treasure, and that's when it finally gets in. You know, you get your money. Yeah. And you can buy different outfits and different stuff for your character. You can buy like gold and silver-plated shovels and all that. All that kind of customizing options is in there.
And that's the thing. You have to get you got to get these like treasure maps.
Yeah.
And you got to find the location. Then you got to dig.
Bury and dig it.
Yeah.
And there's no quest marker. You've got to look at your map and try to figure out where you are on this island versus that map to find the correct spot. There's no little line that tells you where to go or a little arrow that points, hey, here's where the treasure is. Nope. You've got to find it. Just like steering the ship. Somebody's got to be down there watching that map saying, oh, no, you're not facing the right way, to the person steering. Just like you have to have someone on the front of the ship telling the person, hey, there's some rocks ahead of us, because he can't see. Yeah. And that's where the fun is. Yep. That's where the enjoyment is.
Yep.
By yourself, I don't think it's going to be as fun.
And by yourself, you're going to get bored as fuck. Yep. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, because I did, and I was kind of like, I would be pissed if I paid this for $60. But you got to figure out what kind of gamer you are. That's basically what this game is. Mm-hmm. It's a great Xbox exclusive. It's great for Game Pass. And
$10 a month.
It's something. Yeah. If you don't want to pay $60, pay $10 a month,
and you get it. It comes out,
including a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
So, and if you don't like it, cancel your subscription in a month or two.
Yeah. Find out you like it. A lot of times with these games on this Game Pass, if you find out you like it, they give you a discount. Yeah. They're like, oh, well, you already a member of Game Pass? All right, well, you saved $10 on this game because you're a member. Yeah. So then you made your money.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Xbox,
it's worth it.
And I'm going to take away anything from PlayStation. PlayStation's good for their single-player games and their exclusives as well.
No, we'll get to PlayStation a little bit.
Yeah. That's later on, but, like, we're just talking about Xbox right now. I want to touch on this. Let me go ahead and get past this, and we'll move on to what you want to move on to. Friday the 13th had an update recently. It has a new Jason, the Roy Burns Jason from Friday the 13th, The New Beginning Part 5. It's Friday the 13th Part 5. And it also has a new map called Pinehurst. Basically, Roy Burns was a fake Jason. And this movie, if you're not a Jason fan or a horror fan or something like that, you might not know that in Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, Part 5, it wasn't even Jason Voorhees. It was a copycat. It was a copycat killer. And basically that's what this one is like they just released Roy Burns and he's like a skinnier Jason. He's not like Kane Hodder like they've used for the other Jasons in the game for you to upgrade to. it's pretty good. He has some good kills, and the map is okay. It's not my favorite map, but yeah, it's good. I'm glad we're steadily getting this game. We're getting more content, and we're getting free maps. We're getting free Jasons. We just got to level up to the Jasons, you know. We did the. They just recently came out with the single player, and they came out with the virtual cabin. I did all that. I did cheat. I looked online and I went through all because that shit was hard as hell. And I finished it, and basically at the end you find out that there's Uber Jason from Jason X, and the Grendel map. They're talking about a Grendel map, the spaceship from Jason X.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gonna be at the end of it, it's spaceship. And you go in first person. So is this new mode gonna be you're in first person on the Grendel spaceship trying to escape from Jason? And then you see this big robot Jason, Uber Jason, Jason X, come in and kill you. So it's like hey, this is what's coming. You know, I just really like what they're doing with the Jason. I know the game is janky as hell. As soon as it came out, it was janky as hell. But I am all about supporting games like this because we can get more games like this in the future. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, if we don't support the games like this, it's just going to fade away. So it's gotten better over time with all the updates. It does have some host issues, I will give it that, but it has gotten a lot smoother than from the launch date of last May.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, it's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, a hell of a lot better.
It's got a strong community behind it, backing it. So.
And it's kind of like Rainbow Six Siege. The community keeps growing, and that's what I like about it. And it's different. It's different.
Except for the issues they've had this past week with upping the price. They had the normal game for $40, and now they've upped it to a deluxe version for $60. Did away with the version for $40, Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh.
They've got a lot of hot water with their fans because they've upped the price $20, and then they've also now added in loot boxes.
Yeah. See, I've been looking at that stuff online, and I'm like, it's kind of confusing.
Boxes. Why are you adding? You've been out for this long. You see the public. You see people hating on loot boxes. Why are you going to add it now?
Right. Well, Rainbow Six Siege.
It's all cosmetic. Well, I don't care. Get it out.
I love Rainbow Six Siege. I am a fan of it. I love it. It's one of the best multiplayer games I've ever played. It's a suspense shooter. That's the way I can say it. They have had year 2, and now they have year 3 out.
In year 3 they decided loot boxes. Hey, well, Battlefront 2 did amazing with loot boxes.
They're getting money hungry. They're getting money hungry as a son of a bitch.
Yeah, you've seen other developers and other companies getting bashed on for these loot boxes.
But this community on this game has been growing. And also, and what have I said from the beginning? They need a zombies mode, right?
Yeah, they have added that.
Well,
they're adding it.
There was a teaser trailer, and it's called Outbreak. It's a new co-op mode. We all assumed it was a zombie mode, but if you watch that trailer closely, it shows a meteor falling to Earth. Then it shows this slow shot of a camera angle going through a barn and through a car, and you see an alien little tag on it, and it says Outbreak. Everyone assumed it was zombies.
Aliens.
But it could be aliens. It could be aliens and zombies.
What was it, Ghosts?
Who knows?
Call of Duty Ghosts?
Well, yeah, they had those little, like...
But it was aliens. It wasn't zombies. Every other Call of Duty had zombies. That one did an alien type thing.
I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah. It actually had an ending.
But I mean that's basically and that's supposed to be what April 31st. We're supposed to March 6th to April 31st. We're supposed to have a co-op event with the Outbreak of Rainbow Six, and we'll find out more days to come until that date, March 6th, whenever they actually show more footage. But yeah, Rainbow Six Siege, great game. If you haven't played it, check it out. It might be your jam. It might not be, but it's definitely mine.
And on some other Xbox news, we've gotten a vague announcement of Fable 4 made by Playground Games, who is the people that made the Forza Horizon series. So Playground has been over a racing game for the past 3, Horizon games, and now they are making the next entry in Fable. Do you think they can pull it off?
I think that whatever they're doing right now, they're going to put a lot of passion into. I don't know much about Fable. I've never seen gameplay of Fable, but I've never owned a game and played it myself. So I don't know. I just remember when the Xbox One was being launched, there was Fable Legends. Was that what they were?
That was the canceled one, and that was some kind of multiplayer thing by Lionhead Studios, and they did not go over well. They quit the game, shut it down, shut the servers down, and then closed the studio.
Okay.
Microsoft did. So the people that originally made Fable are gone.
Okay.
Peter Molyneux, who was the one that originally started the whole Fable thing, I mean, it's been in controversy since the beginning. He made empty promises of this grandeur and this world, and whatever decisions you make are going to drastically change the world, and you can play together, and then it's been in controversy since the beginning, because a lot of those promises were never fulfilled, because he promised things that the systems could not handle.
Oh, okay.
And they had to scale back. He's one of those chief people that, promised one thing, but gave you something else. But Fable was still a great game. I mean, but he promised one thing, but you still got a fantastic game. A lot of humor. I mean, good, that same cartoony graphics is like we were talking about with Sea of Thieves. But, I mean, great humor, great gameplay. You could be good, you could be bad. You could customize your character. I mean, just all kinds of things. You had a pet dog that helped you out. And I think Playground would be good and do it right. I mean, look at all the horizon, all the world building they have done, the maps they have made, the open world settings. I mean, the sky, the water, the land, they have done great with. And they are also a British studio. Fable is a British game.
Okay.
It would kind of do Fable injustice to have an American-made studio or a Japan studio or a Canadian studio to make this game. You need a British sense of humor to make this game. And I think they can pull it off.
Well, maybe they can. I don't know. I'm not very up to date on Fable and their games, but I have heard great things. And when the new one comes out, I'll definitely give it a shot.
Fable's a blast. I mean, it's like I said, you can go opposite ends of the spectrum. It's still kind of like the Telltale games. You start off here, you can go, bad, good, whatever, but it slowly funnels back to the same ending.
Right.
I mean, it's just what happens in between and the story you make for yourself before the ending.
Yeah.
That's what matters. Another thing we got is Monster Hunter World. My jam. My addiction right now. I love that game. Monster Hunter World was amazing. It has taken that void that Destiny 2 has left. I mean, obviously, Destiny right here. Love Destiny. Destiny 2 left a void.
Not Destin.
Yeah. It left a void. Destiny 2 just did not follow through. I mean, I know me and a lot of the community are at odds with Bungie. They have broken our trust. And they have a lot to do to bring it back.
How much was the season pass on that?
35, I think. But it only covered the first 2 expansions. It covered Curse of Osiris, which had not a lot of content and added some little bitty map. And then the next one that comes out in March. And that's it.
Honestly, I think I had more fun playing Destiny 1 than I did Destiny 2.
It had a lot more in-game content. It had more to do after the story.
Yeah, I mean,
Destiny 2 added an awesome story that Destiny 1 lacked. Destiny 1 had a lot of in-game stuff that Destiny 2 is now lacking.
Right.
Like, you didn't learn your lesson. Like, let's trade one for the other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like with the Sparrow and everything, like, you don't have a Sparrow like the first part of the game, and it's like everyone else that I'm playing with is taking off on Sparrows.
Yep, you gotta almost complete the campaign.
I haven't beat the campaign yet, so I don't have a fucking Sparrow.
But you have one
running.
But you have one in Destiny 1. Like, why did you... That's an aspect you added in the first game. Why am I without it in the second game? Like, that just... Certain aspects like that. But Monster Hunter World has filled that void.
They just made odd decisions.
Yes, they did.
I was like, that it had to have crossed their mind, like, hey, we could do this, this, and this. and this would be perfect for it, but they chose not to, and it's like.
And their content creators, the streamers, the YouTubers, they're all leaving in droves to their games. A lot are going to the Division, who has had patch 1.8 come out. That's fixed a lot of stuff, and it just became a great game.
Yeah.
That's Ubisoft. They support their stuff. Even if it is not great when it first comes out, they will fix it. They will support it.
Yeah.
They're still supporting For Honor, which to me is a lost cause. But they're still supporting it. And maybe one day it will be a great game, because the premise of it is amazing.
Yeah.
But back to Monster Hunter, that has filled that void that Destiny 2 left in me. The grind is amazing. The graphics, great. Gameplay, fun. If you are on a system besides Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox has had some major matchmaking issues.
You have tried to sell me on Monster Hunter, and I have seen gameplay. When I first saw the gameplay, I was like, oh, yeah, that looks cool. I could get into that.
Yep. Until you get to the kookiness and the cats.
And the Japanese-type anime style
The little funny
of
cat.
it. Yeah.
Cat partner.
Yeah, and there's certain things I can look over and stuff, and I love the concept. You're hunting down monsters and stuff like that. Like Evolve. You got Evolve.
Yep.
Not perfectly executed. I want a more serious Monster Hunter game, I guess.
Yeah.
I can appreciate what this game is trying to pull off, but like yesterday, I tried to give it a shot. I was playing it, and I was going through it, and she's like, "Wait, you're following that girl." I don't know who the character is, and she's like, "Wait, they're doing blah 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 blah. We haven't seen them in so and so and so and so." And then she just somewhere goes, and I'm like, what the fuck is she laughing at?
Now my one biggest...
Why is she laughing right now?
Have you run into the part, which is one of my biggest pet peeves, is only part of it is voice acted. You will walk up and talk to somebody and they'll say, oh, blah, 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 and have one line of dialogue, and then you gotta read the next 6.
Really?
Or the one line of dialogue, they're like, oh, you're the greatest, or oh, thank you, but it hasn't... what they're saying is not what's in the dialogue, and then you got to read it. It goes back to PS1, PS2 style games,
Zelda Breath of the Wild,
where you're having to read and not either do it all or nothing, or nothing. Either make it all voiced or all text.
It was like their first thought was, okay, we're gonna make this more Americanized.
Yeah, but they wanted to keep some of those aspects that kept the old audience in. They didn't want to alienate their original audience, but they wanted to bring us in.
I can appreciate what they created. It's interesting. It's cool. I know it's got its fan base.
For 5 hours, got past that little kookiness, you might like it.
You know how much stuff I could do for 5 hours?
Yes, I know. But anyway, it is my jam.
I could conquer the world in 5 hours.
I love that game. It is my addiction. I mean, just the hunting different monsters. There's so many. Getting the materials from them, making armor, making weapons. But anyway, if you're on Xbox, you're having an issue connecting to other players. You can only pretty much play single player, or you can join SOS, which while you're playing the game and you need help, you can shoot a flare. Right now with Xbox, that is the only way to join other human players, or you directly invite them to game. You cannot join when you go to the quest board and join into a quest. It's just no sessions available, no quests found, certain stuff, error codes. They have released a statement saying that was fixed as of yesterday, Thursday. It is not. I was on it yesterday, Thursday evening, and what they said is not true in my case. It still does not work. It is still broken. But PlayStation people are on a little bit of a better end of it because they can.
The PPs.
It is working on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
They also have certain exclusives that are only on PlayStation. They have Horizon Zero Dawn exclusives.
Yep.
They have Street Fighter V exclusives coming out.
They have my favorite, which is The Last of Us.
Well, no, I meant Monster Hunter. I don't have Last of Us Monster Hunter, but they've got Horizon Zero Dawn gear in Monster Hunter.
There's monsters in The Last of Us.
Yeah, but not in Monster Hunter World. Yeah. But anyway, that's my guilty pleasure. Love Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
But that's about it with the Xbox news. We'll move over to PlayStation. Like I already got into the Monster Hunter World exclusives.
Yeah.
There's none for Xbox. Not a one. It's all for PlayStation, which is a given considering that Capcom is a Japanese company. Sony, PlayStation, Japanese company.
Makes
They've
sense.
got some past relationships. I mean, they've added, like I said, they've added Horizon Zero Dawn stuff. They've added Street Fighter V stuff. But nothing as far as a partnership with Microsoft to add Microsoft exclusive stuff. It'd be cool to have Master Chief gear in Monster Hunter. Run around some Master Chief outfit. Or Gears of War outfit. You know, add on that Gears of War stuff.
Yeah.
Run around with a gun lance.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
Anything you got on PlayStation N or?
PlayStation. I don't really have too much on PlayStation right now. The only thing is God of War. The new God of War 4? That's actually coming out. It's actually coming out on my birthday, April 20th. Yeah,
That
I know that's
amazing.
a badass birthday. You ain't gotta remind me. But yeah, I think it was supposed to be coming out in March, but it got pushed back to April. I'm okay with that because you got Far Cry 5 coming out in March.
Yeah.
We got UFC 2 right now. You got Monster Hunter right now. I would like.
This new God of War looks awesome. I mean, it does.
Oh man.
I like
it's
the
taking a
shift.
different angle.
Norse mythology.
I think it's going to be awesome. It's different than what we've seen of God of War. It's no eagle eye view or overhead view.
I'm just hoping no babysitting.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like my assumption, and I don't know, is Kratos is probably going to die, and they're trying to move forward with a different aspect of the game with the son.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The son seems kind of puny and wimpy, and he doesn't got the power.
Well, who knows? Like maybe the third part of the game, he's 20 years later,
But I've only
grown
played the
up.
first two, so I haven't played. I mean, I played the PS2 era.
This is all about a father and son teaching your son.
I'm not
how
an
to
Xbox fanboy, but I am an Xbox fanboy, so
Yeah.
I don't have a
I
PS4.
do. I don't discriminate. I enjoy them all. I got Xbox. I got PlayStation. I got PSVR. I got Nintendo Switch.
Anybody with Sony and PlayStation, you want me to comment positively on your stuff, send me one, my way. Then I can actually play those games.
Yeah, he's thinking about coming over to PlayStation recently, and he's talking about. I've been trying to give him some ideas, so leave some comments in the comment section below about what titles you would recommend him to play, because we've both kind of been diversive in our gameplay and type of games that we like. So you know exactly what he likes, you know exactly what I like. So leave some suggestions down in the comment section below.
Then I got for PlayStation.
But you gotta play the Last of Us.
Yes, see, I still haven't played that
the
yet.
remastered.
I want to play that and Uncharted.
Yep.
Those are my main ones and
The lab.
the one you don't care for, but I know I really want to play is Persona 5 on PlayStation 4.
I don't know much about it.
It's a JRPG anime. It's not your forte, but it looks awesome.
Okay.
Looks amazing. But also Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I think it's open world. I know a lot of people were confused if it was going to be open world or not. I don't know if they confirmed it or not. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I was watching some type of open world thing and like open world games upcoming this year, and Spider-Man was attached to it, so it has to be somewhat open world, right? There is a lot of
it's made by Insomniac Games, who made Sunset Overdrive, which
And-
is open world.
Infamous.
Yep, which is open world, able to go everywhere.
I think that's the only way you can make a good Spider-Man game.
Yep, and the new costume looks amazing.
Yeah,
But
and the gameplay just looks
but
fantastic.
it's got to be open world. I mean, back to Spider-Man 2.
I know
back in
some
the
parts,
day.
like if you go in like a building or a section of the game, like you did in Batman Arkham,
Yeah.
it's going to be linear in that
But
area.
still, you open up when you get done with the
But if you don't
mission.
want to play the main mission or something like that, man, you could just swing around and do little
But
side
the
missions.
last
And
good
save
Spider-Man game I can think of was Spider-Man
grandmas
2.
from tripping and falling.
There's Spider-Man 2 where you could actually, it's a whole city and you could just sit there and web sling through it, do your missions, or you can just do like Grand Theft Auto style and just go around the, city. But the way that they did the web slinging, which is I hope is what they're doing this new one, was the first Spider-Man game from the movie came out and the dude just slung up in the air. Like, he could be sitting here doing this. It's just sky above him.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 came out, and it actually made it to where he had to connect to a tree, a building, something. And when he connected, that's how it decided how he was going to swing. Yeah.
What if you didn't connect to something? Did you just fall?
Then you just fall, yeah.
Oh, that's some biggity bullshit.
Yeah.
That would have frustrated me.
If you ain't got nothing to connect to, then you ain't got nothing to connect to.
Yeah.
I mean, but with the first Spider-Man game, based off the movies with Tobey Maguire, you just shot off into the sky and somehow it connected to something.
Yeah.
God grabbed it and just swung you across. I mean, there was not...
It didn't never
hit a cloud.
It was never detailed like what you were...
The Spider-Man 2 made it viable, made it, like the movies.
Yeah.
You hit a building, you swing to the side. I hope this new game does it even better. New graphics, I mean, it looks so amazing. That's my one
looks better
game
than the movie.
Yeah, that's the game that's selling me on wanting to get a PS4 is Spider-Man. That is the one game selling me.
One thing that I could say that it has going for it, it looks like it's going to have some badass boss battles.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that Batman Arkham City or Arkham Knight.
Arkham
Knight took out boss battles. You son of a bitch.
The first two, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, epic boss battles.
Arkham Origins had good boss battles.
Oh, that was all nothing but boss battles.
Yeah, yeah.
It was assassins coming for you.
I enjoyed that so much. Like,
Arkham Knight took them
bring
out.
back boss battles. That is so much fun. I don't care if it's quick time events or not. It was fun. It was cinematic, and it was. I still think about those fight scenes to today.
Yep.
You know, that when I think back at Batman games, I think about those boss battles more than I think about anything else of the game.
You know what I don't remember of Arkham Knight? The boss battles, because there was none.
Yeah,
you know,
like Two-Face. It's like you kill all the henchmen, you knock them out, and then you go over there and you punch Two-Face, and he's out too. And it's like, what?
It's like the epic boss. I mean, freaking Deathstroke was it in Origins?
Yeah.
Fight Deathstroke. I mean, just those were epic. Bring those back. Spider-Man.
Yep.
They can do it. Insomniac. I hope you brought those boss battles back. Let us fight Rhino, Scorpion, Kingpin. Bring Morpheus. Bring those fights back. Epic boss battles.
What they need to make is an open world game. And I heard, I forget who it is, let me know in the comment section below, but they are making a Avengers game, and it's supposed to be some big studio.
Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Square Enix, Crystal Dynamics.
And so they have to put some love into it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to. Is it going to be open world?
They're very vague on the stuff that they've released.
They should do it open world.
They don't even say if you're going to swap between characters, you're going to have to play as specified characters. Nothing. You just know it is the people that made Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider are making the new Avengers game. Crystal Dynamics. The next Shadow of the Tomb Raider is being made by the people that did Deus Ex.
Really?
I think.
Oh shit.
I think. Like, they've alternated the people that were doing Tomb Raider, I believe, are the ones doing Avengers, and then the next Tomb Raider is being made by another Square Enix group.
Damn.
But they're still keeping, it's still the same engine, still the same controls, they're just making a different story.
I know. I don't know, man. I really like Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider better be good.
I'm sure
and the movie better be good, too.
Deus Ex was a great story. Great story.
I couldn't get into that game, man.
But the story was good. They had good plots, so, if they just take what's already been done with Tomb Raider and just do some awesome story with it, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
They've already got the groundwork laid out. It's not like they're making a first-person shooter game like Deus Ex.
Yeah.
So they're set. They've already been handed the game to them. They just have to make it.
Oh, okay.
But Crystal Dynamics, with this Avengers, they've done great with Tomb Raider.
What was that Marvel game that we used to play? Marvel Nemesis?
Back on regular Xbox?
Yeah.
The 3D
Arena.
fighting game? Yeah, Arena Fighter? Yes, that was...
Nemesis was fun.
Mm-hmm, yes, I enjoyed the mess out of that game. I cannot believe they have never came out with another one. The 3D fighters is pretty much gone.
Yeah.
There's not any 3D arena fighters. There was one on Dreamcast called Power Stone that was fun. Then Marvel Nemesis came out, that was a blast.
Yeah.
And nothing now. It's 2D fighters. There's not 3D battle arenas. Like, bring back Marvel Nemesis. That would be amazing.
That was fun gameplay. Like,
yeah, it was enjoyable.
And it was like you could be like in the same room, like you
hang
know,
out in the
on the
garage.
same screen.
Yeah, we would hang out in the garage playing, getting drunk.
Yep.
I mean, great game.
Yep.
I wish they'd bring that back.
Just something similar
3D,
to it.
yeah, 3D battle arena.
And just have Marvel superheroes.
Yeah.
Yep, that would be great.
Anything, DC, something, just some kind of 3D battle arena like that.
If you don't know what Marvel Nemesis is, look it up. I'll
Great
try to leave a
Great.
link to us to the to like some gameplay footage or something. But another thing, Microsoft buying out EA and Valve.
Yeah, see, I still see that as skeptical. I don't think EA is going to sell out. I mean, I do believe Xbox needs some good first-party developers. They need to buy somebody. They need something. PlayStation's got them beat. PlayStation has Naughty Dog, Quantic Dream, all of them. Who does Xbox have? I mean, you got the Coalition, but they only make Gears of War. You got 343, but they only make Halo. What else do you have?
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, buy something, but EA, I think, is too big, and a lot of their sales are based off their sports games, which are multi-platform on PlayStation. If Xbox buys them, I mean, yes, that would be a console pusher. People would buy it because that's the only place they could get football. But I don't see that. PUBG,
Here's my theory.
I see them buying PUBG. Like, the PUBG developers, that's going
I need some updates.
You already got a time. Well, yeah, but you already got the timed exclusive. Go ahead and buy them now, so it stays exclusive. That is selling consoles.
Yeah.
PUBG is a phenomenon right now.
Think about this. I could see them possibly buying out EA. That might be their main focus. For the simple fact, what is EA mostly known for right now? Loot boxes. That's where they're trying to make all their money at right now. If they bought out EA and EA games came out on Game Pass
and did away with loot boxes.
Well, no, they came out with Game Pass, $10 a month. Instead of buying a $60 game, you're paying $10 a month for a game, and they make their money back through loot boxes.
Yeah, I don't think Microsoft's going to back them loot boxes like that, though.
You don't think so?
I mean, it's such Phil Spencer is doing so good at reaching out and doing what the fans want that I don't think he would neglect his fans by associating himself with those loot boxes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much negativity behind them loot boxes. Phil Spencer is not going to tie Xbox into that.
Right.
Because they're already hurting. They're already in second place. Like, he's trying to make up ground. He's not gonna dirty Xbox's name by adding them loot boxes in. If they did take over EA, I could see them loot boxes going away. Being like, hey, we own it now. Loot boxes are gone.
Yeah.
As long as you buy Xbox console,
they're definitely trying to make game changers right now, and they're going to put. We talked about it earlier.
Phil Spencer is
briefly,
the man.
GameStop is hurting. Their revenue is completely down. Their digital games are higher than they ever been before. More people's buying digital games than they are physical media.
They make their money off of used games.
Right.
Used games. And nowadays, more and more people are switching to digital. And guess what? For game sharing purposes or for the fact, I'm sitting in my house, I'm drinking a beer, I want to buy this new game that just came out. I could either drive 15 minutes to the store, fight with traffic, and all that crap, or I could just hit a button on my console and buy the game. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to hit a button and I'm going to buy the game.
Right. Especially for like a midnight launch game.
Yeah.
It's so much easier. You know, you could already have the game pre-downloaded.
Yeah, I don't have to wait in line. Like, as soon as it hits, and where we live, it's 11 o'clock, not 12.
Yeah.
So it's already downloaded in your console. As soon as they flip that switch, you're playing. You're not up at GameStop or Best Buy in a long-ass line trying to get your game. You're at home.
Like,
with
I don't know.
a cold beer in your hand
Yeah.
and a controller in the other.
And some nachos or something.
Yes.
Some nacho fries from Taco Bell. Basically, here's the thing. Like, you probably noticed at your local GameStop that they've expanded a little bit with as far as what do you call it? Funko Pops and toys and Game Gear and all that kind of stuff. They're trying to make up that revenue that they're losing from physical games. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, that's what they're doing right now.
I
GameStop.
I don't see that sustaining them.
Yeah,
that's not going to sustain
GameStop's going to be the next blockbuster.
Yeah, you can get that stuff
GameStop's
at Best Buy. You can get this stuff online. Like they're either going to turn into, like you said, a blockbuster, or they're just going to shut down their stores and be an online retailer.
Basically, we're going to wrap this up real quick. Couple more things I want to touch base on. Switch Online is getting launched in September. For a year pass, it's going to be $19.99 for a year, $3.99 for a month.
Depending on what that entails, that is amazing. I mean, Xbox and PlayStation are $10 a month or $60 a year, where this is $20 a year or $4 a month. Like that is, as long as it. I mean, I know it's not.
How much is it going to support?
Yeah, it's not going to do as much as the other two.
Right.
But as long as it adequately does it, that's pretty dang cheap. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
So Switch, they got that later this year in September.
Did you see real quick about the Switch? That Microsoft and Switch have they're going to do multi-platform games.
No.
Yeah, like Rocket League and all those, and they're also talking about possibly trying to bring Fortnite over to Switch. But that Microsoft and Nintendo are fine with multi-platform. It's Sony that will not agree to it.
Yeah, Sony being a bunch of
but
bitches.
But right now, we could get on Rocket League and play with Nintendo Switch.
Man.
And PC. Like, it's... And
they're being greedy.
Minecraft is on Switch, and you could get on your Switch, and your son could get on Xbox, and y'all could play Minecraft together.
Yeah.
Bridging the two consoles.
See, Xbox is just doing more things. Versatile.
Well, PlayStation is back to like they were when they were PS2 era. They're getting cocky again.
Yeah.
No, we don't want... That's just going to boost Xbox's sales or Switch's sales. We're good. We're the top. Well, that's going to hurt you and burn you next generation.
They need
because Nintendo and Microsoft, and then, Microsoft in the PC space is already multi-platformed. Like, so... PlayStation's the odd man out, so once these killer apps, multiplayer apps, hit these other consoles and PCs and you can play together over here, why would you want a PlayStation? Yeah,
PSVR is where they were expecting they were going to make a game changer at, and it does work. I enjoy my PSVR as far as it goes, but I don't play it as much as an Xbox or even just a PlayStation game. They're more experiences than they are games. Some of them are real games. And they're getting better. More games are getting added. But I really think that was their game changer. So this year at E3, they're going to have to come out with something to make a different type of game changer for it to come out back on top.
It doesn't take a lot of work to put it on and do that. But sometimes you get home from a long day of work, you just want to sit down, relax, and just move fingers. Just do this and drink a beer. You don't want to sit up in a Experience Plus. While I'm doing this, I can hear my wife. I can hear my kids. Once you get that headset on and them earmuffs on, you're gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Another thing, real quick, I want to talk about is loot boxes and microtransactions is coming back to Battlefront 2. Due to the lack of sales of the base game, it has not met expectations.
But it was going to be like May.
They took them away.
Yeah, but it's going to be like May before they come back.
Maybe.
Last I heard, I think it was May that they're talking about bringing them back, but they haven't discussed how they're bringing them back or what entails when they're bringing them back. But it's going to be May before they do. So you've still got several months before those loot boxes come back, but they've got to fix something in that game.
Yeah.
The progression system sucks. Even when you... Okay, well, we won't make you pay for loot boxes. Well, your progression system still sucks. Like, it still takes forever to get all this crap. So, fix it, please.
Beautiful game. It's just...
gorgeous. Gorgeous. That one of the most beautiful games that came out last year.
Yeah. Another thing, one of the last topics we're going to talk about is there is a Mario movie in the works, an animated movie. It's not going to be like the trash 1990 something.
Yeah, John Leguizamo.
yeah. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be animated. It's at Universal Studios.
I bought that just because it's so fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's good.
I got it on
It's
DVD.
a movie. It's a good time if you're drunk.
Yes.
Nintendo and Universal Studios is financing it, and it's supposed to be, I'm assuming, something like Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even though
I
that
can
was
see
Disney, I would say, like, because
I can see
didn't they have
some of
Mario
that.
in that? Like on the side, like you saw him like in a AA meeting or some shit. Like you had Sonic, you had like all these like.
you had the Street Fighter people.
Yeah.
And,
Was Mario in one of those?
Sure.
I can't remember, but I assume it's going to be something like that. I think it's going to be good. I think they'll probably that might be if Tomb Raider doesn't do it. The Mario movie might take it.
Well, it's supposed to be animated.
Yeah.
But
that's where it
then I
belongs.
wouldn't really count it though.
I would say that's where it belongs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It does not need to be real life. It needs to be Mario straight up a kids genre. It is. I mean, adults can still enjoy it, but it's still geared to all ages.
With,
so
with
it
the
needs
lore
to stay,
of Mario, how do you make that a live action movie?
No, it needs to
just
stay
doesn't
animated.
make sense.
Like I mean, that is a thing that has transcended. We grew up with it. We were born
Unless
with
you're high.
Mario. Mario was already there when we were born. Our
Yeah.
kids have grown up with it. Like it is made for parents and kids to play together to enjoy. No, it needs to stay animated. It needs to keep that lighthearted, kid-friendly aesthetic.
Exactly. I totally agree.
It's a thing that can bridge all ages.
Yep.
Especially with animated. Parents, kids, all can enjoy it, but don't make live action, and just keep it that way.
Yep.
But if it does break through, I still wouldn't say that's a good video game movie breaking through, because I would consider live action the first live action video game movie that breaks through the first one.
Yeah.
Animated's kind of a cop out because games are already animated.
Yeah.
So
yeah, true. You can do a lot more with animated. Last thing, what do you recommend as far as games right now?
No, definitely.
week?
Right now, Monster Hunter World.
Monster
Love
Hunter
it. Love it. I have not tried out the UFC 3 yet. I do have it downloaded. I'm probably going to try it out as soon as I get in with this, just to check it out. I know you said the controls are totally different.
Yeah.
And it's a different style. I hope it does catch my attention. Honestly, Xbox just put a sale on a couple weeks ago for NBA Live 18. I am thoroughly enjoying that. I'm not a sports game player at all, but NBA Live is awesome.
Yep.
It is by far one of my favorite sports games. I start a game and I can't stop. It's amazing. But my top pick for this week is Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter. I would say UFC 3 because I am having a lot of fun playing it and everything. But I have to show some love. I have to show some support with Friday the 13th. I think that the new update with the new Jason, they're constantly coming out with new Jasons and new updates and new costumes, new maps, and I really think that this game is continuously to grow, and I really think that the ones that tried to jump on board and fell off real quick because of the technical errors, give it another shot. Give it another shot. I'm not saying everything's
floating in the air.
Yeah, I'm not saying everything's perfect on it because it was an indie game. Just keep that in mind.
You'll float too.
Yeah. But yeah, just give it another shot. Re-download it.
I do need to try it. All right,
fun.
now, real quick on that Friday the 13th, Dead by Daylight.
You know,
What
I find
would be
myself
your
playing
pick?
Friday the 13th more. I do like Dead by Daylight. They keep adding, they're about to add Jigsaw right now.
See,
It already is added.
Friday the 13th it's just about Jason. Dead by Daylight is about multiple.
I think the gameplay
more
itself is more fun when it runs right.
Nah.
Friday the 13th. Just the
Which
setting.
one's more consistent though? Is Dead by Daylight
Dead by
just
Daylight-
as janky?
Dead by Daylight's easier to get in and get out.
Is it just as janky though?
No.
Okay.
No, Dead by Daylight runs a lot smoother. It's a little bit different. I wouldn't say the maps are better than the Friday the 13th maps. It's fun. It's got Nightmare on Elm Street. It's got Freddy Krueger. It's got Michael Myers. It's got all that stuff.
Get some options.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. If you're a horror fan, play both of them.
But the campiness and stuff, your heart is on Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, I think that it's unique. I think that they put a lot of work into it, even though it's still janky and everything. But I think it's a game that we need to support so we get more games like it in the future.
And they're working on it. All right.
That's what I think. Yeah, so give it another try. This is, we're going to sign off. This is Destination Station. This is the game news. Basically, we're going to start doing this every Friday. I might have it up late Friday evening, Saturday, early Saturday. Movie news, game topics are going to be two different. This is basically, I guess this would be episode 2.
Part 1, part 2.
Yeah. This is Martin Bachhold. He's going to start being a part of the episode every week. And just be looking out for our video next week. I'll have all the descriptions down below for everything to check out if you're curious about it. You can follow him at
bachholdmartin.com or at bachholdmartin on Twitter.
Yep, Bachhold Martin on Twitter. Des the Pest, you already probably follow me. It'll be all the links be in the description.
Yeah, I'm not very animated when it comes to my stuff. It's just straight up my name. So
yeah. So this is Destination Station. This is the second episode of What's Brewing in the media and with us.
Yeah,
I'll see you guys next time.
I'm out.
Either next week or before then. I might have something else up. Just be looking out. Peace.